The sights, the sounds, the school spirit, the football. Get ready for Friday Frenzy with the WATE 6 on your side sports team.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Bo Williams.
I'm Paul Bristol.
Can you believe it? High school football season is back.
Kind of had to pinch myself when we got started. It just felt so good to be back out there.
We're so glad you're joining us tonight. We're going to kind of get you up to date on what's happening with the scores. It's been kind of a crazy night as far as Mother Nature. Obviously not a huge fan of football because we've had games that started late because of lightning and rain. Other games are already in the fourth quarter. But hey, that's fine because we've got wings. Exactly. So we're going to be snacking as we go. What we'll do is each Friday night we'll have some good tailgate food here for you. Tonight it's wings. Who knows? Next week could be a 7-layer dip. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see what we're going to have. And if you got any suggestions, let us know. But yeah, we've got a lot going on tonight. You, Paul, were out at Halls and Gibbs for a little bit tonight. How was that going?
Oh, it was electric.
Yeah.
I had a fire chief come up to me and say, if you got any flammables in your pocket, make sure you empty it because you could self-combust. That's how electric it was.
Is that how you described it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
It was pretty fun to be out there. First week is always very palpable.
Yeah.
And to get the kids back out there
Yeah.
on the field, it's nothing like it.
And you should know, we should point out, Paul played for back-to-back state champs at Maryville back in the day. So you know what that feeling's like going out there. This is just game one, but your eyes are already set to hopefully get to that state championship. So you remember those days. You're a lot younger than I am, so you probably remember what that feeling's like going out there on that first game.
I looked up this morning. It's 8 years to the date.
Are you serious?
Separated. It's gone like that. But my first start was against Todd Kelly Jr. Talk
wow.
about shaking in your boots, But he was my first tackle, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And it was, your first game.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. You cannot replace it, and it still sits in the back
Oh
of your
yeah,
mind.
it is a great feeling. As a matter of fact, it's been so long I can't remember. I don't even know if we wore helmets when I was playing. But anyhow, we've got a lot of great games we're going to talk about. The first one, obviously, is our game of the week. Powell taking on Anderson County. Powell coming off, obviously, a magical year for them, winning a state championship. Anderson County maybe looking to bounce back a little bit after going 6-6. But this is a great matchup. But Anderson County is just a tough place to go play. No matter who you are, if it's Powell or whoever.
Yeah, they're trying to be one of the fastest teams on turf.
Yeah.
They'll have a no-huddle offense. Powell, they're going to come out and they're going to hit you in the mouth, and that's what Matt Lowe brings to the table.
Yeah.
So it's smash mouth versus air raid, and it's a very fun mixture between the two. It's week one. You couldn't ask for a better matchup.
Yeah, that is right out of the gates. Matter of fact, the 6 Sports team is all over the area tonight. Our own Kellyanne Stitts is at that game. That is our game of the week. We've got a report from her that she filed just a few moments ago from halftime. So let's go ahead and hear from her as far as that one is concerned.
Hey everyone, Kellyanne Stitts, WATE Sports reporter. I'm at our game of the week, Anderson County hosting the Powell Panthers. Right now in this first half, the Mavericks have been running away with this one, scored 27-7 of no. Powell quarterback Jordan Potts went out with an apparent shoulder injury or collarbone injury, but since he fell hard, he has not returned to the game. Looking at the Mavericks, Gavin Noe, running back and Navy commit, has 3 touchdowns so far in this first half. We'll see how the Powell Panthers, a little bit banged up right now in offense, we'll see how they'll be able to respond heading into this second half, and if the Mavericks can keep doing what they're doing so far in this first half.
All right, Kellyanne. Thank you again. Kellyanne Stitts out there at the Anderson County Powell game tonight. Excited to see how this one's going to finish up. Of course, we're going to have the highlights for you coming up tonight at 11:14.
That's for sure. It's going to be upper hundreds, if not 200.
Well, remember last year, the scoreboard, you know, if they could keep the points on there last year. Another game we've been watching for you tonight is actually, let's see, out at Catholic tonight.
Right.
Catholic with a big game against Chucky Doak. As we mentioned, our sports team all over the area. Our own sports director, Tim Owens, is at Catholic tonight. Checked in with him just a few moments ago.
Let's take a look.
We're at halftime here at Catholic, and it's been a wild turn of events here. When I came in here, we were just starting into the second quarter. It was 14-0 Catholic. Since then, Chucky Doak has scored 14 points. Catholic scored 7. Catholic went right down the field, scored a touchdown. Chucky Doak then goes down the field, scores a touchdown, kicks an onside kick, gets it back, drives down, scores another touchdown, and then gets an interception against Catholic right at the end of the half. So we are at halftime here at Catholic with Catholic leading Chucky Doak 21-14. Now, the first game I was at was Webb and Carter. We're going to have some great highlights from that one over there, as that was a shootout. It was 14-13 when I left. And again, we'll have highlights of that game and this game coming up tonight on WATE on The Frenzy.
All right, Tim, thank you. Tim normally doesn't slick his hair back like that. I don't know if you've noticed. We've had some rain showers in the area, and the humidity is coming back as well for this first night. The other member of the sports staff, matter of fact, just up the street from us, not that far, Fulton taking on Austin East tonight. A big game up there at Fulton. Reece Van Haaften up there, kind of monitoring everything for us there.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Hey, the first week of Friday Frenzy is officially here, and it wouldn't be made complete without a massive rainstorm. We just got dumped on here at Fulton. The Falcons scored right when the rain was starting to come down to take a 21-2 lead. Marcellus Jackson scampered around and found the end zone. But then on the ensuing kickoff, Austin East took it to the house to make it 21-8. So we're about midway through the third quarter here at Fulton High School. Now over at South Doyle, we got about 7 minutes into the game, and then lightning struck. And we had to delay it 30 minutes, so I took off for right here in Fulton. Crazy times out here in week 1 of Friday Frenzy. Hopefully a good, long season. It's looking good for the Falcons here, up 21-8, about midway through the third quarter. Back to you guys. Hey, the first...
All right, Reece gets the award tonight because it was pouring when he filed that report. I mean, you can just see the water just coming down, but kudos to Reece tonight for sticking out and getting us that information. But it has been We've had lightning delays. We've had downpours at times tonight. Other areas didn't see anything. So that's why you're going to see. We're going to run through the scores here. Some are already in the fourth quarter. Others well behind. So it's going to take some time to get some of those other games done tonight.
Let's go ahead and
Let's
take a
jump
look.
into it. Yeah, let's get everybody up to date on what we've got right now. Of course, you can also find all these scores for you at WATE.com. But Loudon taking on Soddy Daisy in the fourth quarter right now, up by 10. Redskins leading this one, so we'll have to see if they can hang on. But that's still a pretty close game.
Jeff Herrick's leading off the year with a great start, up 10, going into the fourth quarter. Just got a quick refresh. So, yeah, excited for Loudon Redskins.
Yeah, Pigeon Forge right now hanging on 16-12. That game also in the fourth quarter over Haaften tonight. And then a game we just heard from Reece in the fourth quarter right now. Fulton, Austin East. Austin East mounting a comeback because they only had 2 points on the board there for a while. Now 21-16.
That's a rivalry game right there. And start off the week with a rivalry. Cannot get any better.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Carnes tonight taking on Hardin Valley. This game also in the fourth quarter right now. Carnes 35-17. Hardin Valley coming off what last year was just not a fun year for them. Hoping to rebound. They've got new coaches there. They've got a new crew. Hopefully they can turn something around. They're going to have to make up some points here, but in the fourth right now, trailing Carnes.
You know, we talked to a Hardin Valley defensive coordinator, and he said that what their objective was to try to hold on the ball as long as they could, keep the ball out of Deshaun Bishop's hand. But right now, it's been all Carnes Beavers.
Yeah. Cocke County tonight, 30-2 over Cherokee. That game, though, in the third quarter, still a lot of time to play for that one, but Cherokee's really going to have to put some points on the board if they want to come back in this one. Yeah. And we mentioned Fulton and Austin East, as you saw again. We're kind of refreshing here, so you'll see some updated scores as we go. We'll kind of scroll through and catch back up. Sale Creek right now by 1 over Midway, 8-7. And then Webb. This is an interesting game. Webb and Carter tonight. Webb, this is the kind of an end of an era, if you will, as far as coaches are concerned. When this all wraps up, they've had the same leadership since, 85? Wow. Yeah. So, matter of fact, we caught up with the head coach here recently, kind of get more details and kind of get his thoughts heading into this final season.
It is. It's going to be very emotional because I've been here. My wife works here. My 2 kids went to school here. I've coached football here for 39 years. I'm going to miss it. It's been a big part of our life, and it's going to be a big change for us.
We want to make it
All right, so David Meskey there, you heard from him, but again, since 85 has been walking the sidelines there. Webb, there even before that, but again, as far as that being the head coach. So again, wish him the best of luck in this last season. But right now they're in control, leading Carter 33-14. So things so far are looking good for the Spartans tonight.
And they have 16 returning starters coming back.
Yeah.
And this year they want to go to state. They made it to quarterfinals last year, but this year, state or bust.
Fantastic. Hey, other games right now, Cosby 42-14 over Sunbright, that one in the third.
It's not tight, but anything can happen.
Not tight at all. Sweetwater in the third right now, looking pretty good against Meigs County, 22-8 over the Tigers. Also in the third quarter right now, Roane County blanking Harriman, 37-0.
That's what you want to do. Start off week 1 off on a high note, starting off and blanking them as. That's all you really want to do.
Oh, yeah. If you can do that, hang on to it. Get yourself a shutout. Harriman, we'll see if they can get some points on the board. Here's something to feel good about going into next week if they can get some points on the board. David Crockett right now leading Sullivan East 48-32. That game in the third quarter. That one, of course, taking place north of here. Happy Valley over Cloudland 22-6 in the third. Other scores for Union County. They actually led this one out of the gate, but now they are trailing. Again, we're getting that refresh, so that's why you said we'll come back through the scores. But Union County trailing 20-6 now in the third quarter to West Green. So the Buffaloes appear to be in control of this one, but there's still time. You got a little over a quarter still to play. Greenville, the Green Devils, 49-7 over Central. Now, what do you think about this? Central, I don't know. I thought maybe, well, I don't know. Greenville obviously has an amazing program. Central, though, has had some good teams here as of late.
Yeah, Nick Crowley, he talked about how he wants to get back and, push their ticket into the playoffs. And he talks about how he wants to get relationships started. And that's how you go into state.
Right. It's
not about other stuff. I mean, you want to limit the turnovers, do this or that, but whenever you care for the guy next to you, you go far.
Yeah, and again, we should note, Central back-to-back appearances in the 5A playoff quarterfinal, so they have had some success here, but right now got their hands full against the Green Devils. You heard from Tim earlier, Knoxville Catholic off so far to a good start. Game's not over yet, but 2-touchdown lead, especially in this kind of weather. You get the rain showers and whatnot. Take it, let's see if they can hang on here as they continue taking on Chucky Doak tonight.
And Knoxville head coach, or Knoxville Catholic, he talked about the wide receiver room is deep, so he's very excited to see that, but it's kind of tough to get the ball out there when you got rain coming down.
Yeah, they can make things a little bit difficult, but again, they got a 2-touchdown lead. Lakeway Christian taking on Grace Christian tonight. This one close, 5-point differential right now. Still plenty of time to play. Third quarter score for you there. So Grace Christian, still plenty of time. Lakeway, see if they can hang on here, but again, it's just a 5-point difference. Clinton, the Dragons. Oh, man, that could be a long bus ride back for William Blount if they can't come back here in the second half. Now, again, this is one of those games that got off to a later than expected start, but 41-0 right now, Clinton over William Blount.
Daryl Keithy talked about the first time in 20 years that the first team going up against the scout team, the scout team is as good as the first team.
Wow.
So you got depth.
Yeah.
And it seems like Clinton wanting to push it all the way, and I'm excited to see how far they go.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are to kind of keep their eyes on that team, that is for sure. And again, 41-0 is your score. We'll continue to scroll down here. These are some games we've already gone over, but again, I want to get you update. South Doyle tonight, new coaching staff there at South Doyle, currently trailing Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge also with new coaching staff. So it's kind of two new coaches squaring off against each other, and right now 26-0 Oak Ridge on top.
Scott Cummings starting off on the right foot. Good job for him, 26-0 over South Doyle.
Yeah, another update for you. Roane County looks like they put more points on the board here against Harriman, 37-0 now the score there. These are some scores we've gone through. We're getting a few updates for you. Nothing really changing there in the Knoxville Catholic game. Campbell County right now trailing Chattanooga Central. The Pounders up 20-14. So a close game. That one's still just in the half, so a lot of football to be played there. But again, Chattanooga Central with the lead. Also, Sequoia over Tellico Plains right now, 21-7 at the break. Again, weather just causing all kinds of issues tonight around the area. Ray County still looking to put some points on the board. Alcoa, 38-0. Are we surprised?
No, not really.
Not really.
They're kind of like the mini Alabama in 3A.
I was going to say, and again, Alcoa, this is a whole new coach. I mean, we got a new coach there, replacing an icon.
Gary Rankin.
Yeah, has moved on to another school. He's coaching elsewhere, coaching in the middle of the state. Actually, down toward Chattanooga, isn't he?
That's right.
But yeah, Alcoa not skipping a beat right now, up big. Anderson County, there's the latest right now at the F, 27-9. We heard the report earlier from Kellyanne Stitts. She'll have more tonight for you coming up on Friday Frenzy. Halls tonight trailing Gibbs. You were at this game.
I was.
And when you left, it was, what was it, 17-0? Okay.
And I was glad to see Halls bounce back. They're kind of looking dejected going into halftime. But you sneak in that quick 8 points, especially 2-point conversion, that's huge.
It is huge going in. It could be the boost they need going into the second half. Gibbs also, you got to feel for Gibbs. They don't have a stadium. They don't have a home field yet. Hopefully by sometime in October that'll change. But right now Gibbs. But I know they have really rallied the students there at Gibbs. They printed out the T-shirts, trying to get the student body to support them wherever they're playing. At least make them feel that they're playing at home, even though they're not.
There's usually. To get the team there, it takes 1 or 2 buses. They got 3 or 4 buses just to get everybody over there.
Wow. So that's good to see the support for the team. Again, kind of going through some of the updates for you there. As you can see, there's that Hall score that we just mentioned. Stone Memorial taking on Lenore City. The Panthers actually trailing this one in the second, 14-7.
Very tight game right there, especially for Lenore City. Great job by the new coach, Gary, and he said all off season they worried about getting into the weight room, and then they worried about the playbook.
Okay.
So you see strength starting to pay off for North City Panthers.
Right now, though, trailing Stone Memorial, but that game's still early. Also, another second quarter score for you. Jellicoe, the Blue Devils trailing Lynn Camp 14-8. Gatlinburg-Pittman. Now, this game was delayed. This is another one of those games that was delayed by rain, lightning. But again, well, we just lost. We'll have to scroll it back down to it. But Gatlinburg-Pittman coming out of the gates leading at this moment. At least the last check. That game was still very early. We'll see if we can get down there. Where did it? 10-0. Thank you. Is the 10-0 the score? Is the score there for Gatlinburg-Pittman. So good to see Gatlinburg-Pittman. Also another one of those teams you're going to want to keep an eye on this year. Again, second-year head coach Brad Wagner went 7-5 in 2021. Lost Alcoa in the second round of the playoffs. They got 14 starters back at GP. So that could definitely pay off huge for them moving forward.
And this is a good Seymour team. Last year they made the playoffs.
Yeah, you forget about that. They went like, 6 straight seasons or something like that, hadn't done anything, and actually beat Gatlinburg-Pittman by a point.
Wow.
In the first game last year. So I'm sure that's something that Gatlinburg-Pittman probably talked about before they came out of the locker room for this one. But right now, GP up in the first quarter. Also in the first quarter, Cumberland Gap leading Granger 8-zip. Farragut picks up a win tonight, beating Beach 31-28. That's when I was watching this score throughout that. This thing was back and forth. But Farragut's always a tough place.
It is. Especially for Maryville. It's a very intimidating place.
Is that what you're going to say?
Very
Speaking from experience?
My brother went there the first year, and when they moved up 6A, down 28-0, and then the rest is history.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to continue. You can continue to watch the scores. Those are the Oneida score there, losing to Williamsburg 28-27. Boyd Buchanan beating Greenback tonight 62-0. So a big blowout there. Not the way Greenback wanted to start things off tonight, that is for sure. Hey, we're going to have all the scores for you. They'll have all the highlights. The 6 sports staff, they're going to be back in here at 11:14 for Friday Frenzy. Hey, man. You've earned yourself some wings, my friend. First time out, we're back. Hey, we can't wait. We've got a lot of football to go. Here's many Friday nights together here at WATE.com for the halftime report. But, again, join us tonight at 11:14. Tim, Reece, Kellyanne, they're going to have everything you need to know right here on WATE 6 on your side. So hope you'll join us tonight for that. But nice job. We're going to flip it over now and get you up to date with the latest as far as your forecast. We'll just send it over to Victoria Cavalieri right now for more on that. Hope you guys have a great night.
Good evening. I'm Assistant Chief Meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri. If you've got plans set up to a Friday night football game, you may dodge a few spotty showers and thunderstorms, but not everyone will see rain. Our game of the week is Powell at Anderson County. Few storms possible around kickoff. By halftime, just an isolated shower chance, and I think most of the time when the games wrap up will be on the quieter side, cooling down into the low 70s. Now overnight, some locations drop down into the 60s, including over the plateau in southeast Kentucky. 67 your overnight low in Tellico Plains, 64 in Gatlinburg. This weekend, the pattern's a little more unsettled. Not a washout either day, but some hit or miss showers and storms possible Saturday, mainly late in the afternoon. 1 or 2 of those storms could be on the stronger side both days. Sunday night into Monday, though, continues to be our better rain chance as a weak cold front pushes through. Let's walk you through the timeline forecast so you can kind of get an idea of how things shape up tonight. 8 p.m. we still have some rain down in the Southern Valley. Areas south have that better chance to see some rain tonight because that's where that stationary front is located. By midnight, we're quieting down, but if you do get in on a shower or storm, you've got the chance to see some dense fog early tomorrow morning. So be prepared to give yourself at least a few extra minutes. Lots of clouds around for Saturday, but it's warm. Mid-80s tomorrow. Add in the humidity, could feel closer to low 90s in spots. 1 or 2 storms could be on the stronger side. Gusty winds and heavy rainfall are biggest concerns. I think rain chances stay a little bit elevated Saturday night into early Sunday morning as well. Again, no reason to cancel your outdoor plans. Just make sure you're staying updated and you're keeping an eye on the radar. Second half of Sundays when we've got a better chance to see some storms develop, and the Storm Prediction Center does have part of our area under a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe storms Sunday. Of course, if that risk area expands, we'll be sure to let you know. You can always find all your weather details on WAT.com. Good evening. I'm Assistant